All right, welcome to the relationship show. This woman writes this post asking for space at the very beginning. She says, I think I probably should know this, but there's some good collective wisdom here. I certainly can always use some more. She's referring to Reddit, I believe. What's the best way to ask for some space in a very new situation / dating partnership without accidentally communicating rejection? There it is. It's like space when guys chase, when they come on too much, when they text her every day, when they're always trying to get some kind of like connection with her and not just letting her feel free and letting her go and judging the relationship on how much she texts and things along those lines. It makes her feel uncomfortable. You just see it over and over again. Just don't do it, man. Let her reach out to you. And then you have a few text conversations. So it's like a few texts only though. So it's like maybe 3 texts from your part. And then you end it and you say, hey, I got to run, but stay in touch. I can't wait to see you Saturday and we can talk all about it. Or we can talk further. Or I really want to give you my full attention because I'm busy right now. So I can't wait to see you Saturday and we can talk all about this. Something along those lines. End it like that, because if you are trying to have like these long drawn out conversations. I saw one guy do like a 4-hour conversation the day before a date, and then all of a sudden she just didn't even show up and then never talked to him again. So it's like limit that, build up the anticipation. That's what it does. If it's like you're talking throughout the whole week, it's like, well, where's the anticipation? It's like you might bring up a couple topics that might be cool. But where does it really matter for you to show up on your A game? Well, it matters when you're on the date, not necessarily showing up on your A game texting. She says, I'm not good at the emotional side of things as I'm analytical and tend to be direct. I'm 33, an introvert who needs space. They're an extrovert in their early 30s and setting up tons of connection opportunities that are great, but too frequent at this stage. And so one thing it's like, well, she's looking at this, like why she's feeling uncomfortable. And she's saying it's because that she's an introvert and that he's an extrovert, but it's not, it happens so commonly and so often that it doesn't seem to be this situation. It's just like the over pursuing from the guy is really what seems to be the common pattern in making, women feel uncomfortable like this situation. I'm not saying that this doesn't come into play, the introvert extrovert thing, but it's just like, regardless if you're an introvert or extrovert, if the guy is chasing initially, it's still going to make her feel uncomfortable. And so she's asking, like, how can I communicate that I don't want to basically do all these events with him all the time? And he's trying to basically pursue too much. How do I communicate this without communicating rejection? Well, you got to be able to say no sometimes too. It's like, well, you can't just say or go along with everything he does just because you want to, because if you do that and you go to events and things that you don't want to go to, well, what kind of state are you going to be at the place? You're also going to be thinking about, man, I wish I wasn't here, or I wish I was doing something else. And when you have that kind of attitude, it's like, well, that's not really good for anyone, him or you, because it's not a good time. It's like, it's not going to set up a good time for you to be open to have fun. So, you can say, well, I'd prefer just to do something else. Or you could say, that's really not my kind of thing or my style of thing. But yeah, you can go. It doesn't matter to me. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to say yes. It's just like having the courage to say no.